Hi, Gabe here, West Coast SCI Physiotherapy. Today's exercise video will cover beginner exercises for the soleus or soleus. Thank you, Tops Maya, for the suggestion on our YouTube comments. If you want to see the more advanced exercises, check the link below. This muscle is really important for runners especially, but really for everybody. Most people, when they think of the calf, they worry about the big, large muscle group. The soleus is the deeper, smaller group that most people don't do when they exercise. This exercise is wall sit or squatted calf raises. So at home you could use a wall. Right now, because we're outside, I'm going to use this tree. So get yourself into a nice wall sit. So typically I like my knees and hips at 90 degrees. Feet far enough in front of you so that your knee and your heel are basically in a nice straight line. So while I'm in this position holding the squat, I'm going to raise up my heels and come up on my tiptoes. So usually I'll hold at the top for a couple seconds or a couple beats. If that's too hard, then obviously you don't need to hold. And of course, the longer you hold, the harder the exercise. Seated calf raises with resistance. So having a seat on a bench or a chair, I would recommend either using some sort of weight if you have one, or using your hands as resistance. So basically without weight, I'll use my hands. I'm going to be pushing down through my knees, and again my feet are lined up so that my heel is directly below my knee. I'm going to push down with as much resistance as you can handle, and while I push down, I'm going to raise my heels off the ground. So again, the more you push down through my hands, the more resistance you'll get. Again, if you have weights at home or even a large jug of water, that could be the resistance that you can apply versus your hands. Some people may just find that a little easier because it's less coordination. So again, I'm pushing straight down through my feet, and while at the same time raising my heels off the ground. Bridge position calf raises. So I'll start lying on my back with my knees bent, heels pretty close to your butt. So I'm going to get first into the bridge position by lifting my hips off the ground. So I'm going to try to get right in a nice straight line from my shoulders all the way to my knees. And while holding that position, the whole time, I'm going to lift my heels off the ground and go up on my tiptoes. So again, holding for a beat or two at the top of the position of the calf raise, and then slowly back down. Again, all the time, I'm trying to keep that straight line through my shoulders to the knees in that bridge position, while also doing a calf raise. To make this exercise a little bit harder, and again, definitely more advanced, I'm going to try on one leg. So I lift one leg straight in the air while maintaining the bridge, and then doing the heel raise on the foot on the ground. Again, this adds quite a lot of difficulty, so definitely not the place to start, but something to work towards. Just show you a couple on the other side just so you can have a look at what that looks like. Again, nice straight line from your shoulders to your knees, and holding for a beat or two at the top. Again, to make that a little harder, just hold for a little longer. So these are bent knee calf raises. So ideally you'd have a staircase with two railings that'll give you a lot more support than the bleachers here. But in the park, this is what we got, so we're gonna do it here. So obviously hold on to something nice and sturdy, and have your toes up to the ball of your feet on the step, and then your heels hanging off. You want a nice bend in your knee, the more the merrier. In this case, I'm going to go a little bit bigger than 90 degrees just because I feel it's a bit safer for me. And then again, letting my heels drop below that line and then above. So again, raising up on my tiptoes, dropping down below the line where my feet are standing on. And then again, repping it up. You can hold for a beat or two at the top, and even a beat or two at the bottom to get the stretch. So again, I'm gonna aim for about maybe 10, maybe 12, 15 even. The more you do, the more difficult it is. And again, you can make it more challenging by holding at that top position for a couple extra beats. This one is a little bit more advanced than the other we've done, just because of the positioning that you have to hold. But again, I would consider it one of the earlier beginner type exercises. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time!